Hi, I'm Brad Wood, uh, a falconer for almost 50 years, and I'm learning new things all the time. And here we are in the year 2019, and I'm learning about how to train falcons using a toy quadcopter. And I've seen everything, and now we're using every digital device you can imagine to train our falcons, which is new to me. And so I brought all my gear here. We're visiting some public land here in Washington, wide open, where we can fly and train a falcon. Quadcopters are not legal everywhere. A lot of people understand that they have limitations, and I think at present there isn't a license you need, but they've gotten into trouble near airports. We're not near an airport. We're probably not going to go over 200 or 300 feet with this. There are people that will take a quadcopter like this and go up 1,000 or more feet. My falcons that are here now, we're between 100 and 300 feet in their training. This is a very popular DJI quadcopter. You can buy them almost anywhere. It has a camera on it. I don't use it. I like everything very simple. And so this can take photos of your bird coming up. I just want it for training at this point. And so this is a Phantom 3 or 4. I think it's a Phantom 4 model. I think they have at least 4 to 5 of them. You're going to pay between $400 and $1,000 depending on where you get it. So this is what I use at this time, and I get all my gear through Northwoods, of course. And this is a got some redness on there. This is a tube with a parachute in it, and this is hung below the quadcopter, not more than about 10 feet, 12 feet below the quadcopter. There's the whole unit. The quadcopter pulls this up. That's where everything has to be very light. The parachute, this particular fluorescent green one, is about 36 inches in diameter. I like it for female peregrine size gyrfalcon. I've used 24-inch, 18-inch, so I'm trying this bigger one, and I like it. Although it takes a bigger tube to get it into, and so they have to be. You usually want to test it, make sure it's. Stand up here. Just kind of. Is it going to work? It's working. Okay. Beautiful. And so I always test it. If this doesn't open up, I have seen like a gyrfalcon tow this 3 miles away because it wasn't slowing it down. The parachute slows the falcon down and takes it at an angle to the ground. So we're going to take this, simply, it's like a magic trick. I'm going to make it disappear. This, I folded it, and then I'm going to wrap this cord once, twice, just so it's a nice little bundle. And then you're going to take it and you're going to start it into the tube right like this, kind of twist it in there. You don't want to shove it in real tight because the falcon is flying up, grabbing a lure and pulling it out. And believe me, when I started doing this, I was so scared that that falcon's going to pull my quadcopter down to the ground or crash it. And so there's a lot of misgivings getting into this, but once you try it, it is absolutely probably one of the funnest things that you can do to train your falcon. And many, fortunate or unfortunate, many falconers do nothing but quadcopter. They'll come out, put out their chairs, 5 or 6 of them, and see whose bird will go highest, 1,000 feet. And they may also then allow pigeons, live pigeons, or a pheasant to fly out under the falcon that's up 800 feet, and get it to dive down and kill it. And that's in preparation for hunting. So I put that up in there, about like that. There's the swivel. So I just want it there, and that falcon's going to come up and grab it and pull it out. Pull it out, and the parachute unfolds, and the falcon's towing the lure down to the ground. The falcon is not tied to this. It can let go, but it's hungry. My birds are in my truck here. You can hear their bells. They're scratching. They're anticipating. They hear me talking. When they hear the quadcopter start up, it makes a whirring sound. If they've been trained on it, they get excited. And you may see it's hard to get their hood off because they want to go. They're just looking around. And so now we've got this, and now we're going to pull the lure out. I like this thicker white line because the falcon can see it as it comes in. It's not coming in at high speed. It's coming in at 20 to 40 miles per hour to grab the lure. This is a little Northwoods small padded fringed lure. Why the fringe? This isn't so we can be cowboys. It's movement. Falcons and hawks they like movement, things that move. And so we have this on a small swivel, so when it's up there, it'll twirl around. This quail does not come with your lure. This is a little piece of, it's about a quarter of a Coturnix quail. I like to pluck it so the falcon can see the red meat. And it has some wing feather. This is a wing and a little bit of breast meat. This is how much I put on here. If I put too much on, the quadcopter's not going to pull it up. I have a bigger lure. Look at this one. This is one I had made many years ago. I tried it the other day. It's a full-size pintail drake. It's made out of canvas, but it was a bit heavy. I can only get it up about 400 feet. The falcons, this is how I would train a peregrine or other falcon to kill ducks. They have to see the shape of the duck, and it hangs up there and it kind of moves around like this. And all the falcons took it, but they'd been trained on this one. Little size difference. So they had to look at it and go, what is that? So you can use any type of lure, but by and large, a small one. Some people just tie on the meat. They don't even have a lure. But I like this for the movement of the fringe. And I tie my meat on the top of the lure. You can use these holes, but what I saw the other day, it landed, let's see, it came down, the falcon let go, it couldn't see the meat. The meat was on the underside. So if I tie it at the head, they're going to see that red meat quickly and eat it. You also have to be aware that they're going to start eating this. And you may be 200 yards away. You've got to get out to them before they consume everything and start looking around and fly off. So if I'm here and the minute that bird pulls it and goes to the ground, I put my quadcopter, here's the transmitter. I hit return home. It's all beaming from a satellite. It's connected to 2 or 3 satellites above us. I hit GPS come home. I look at it. It orients itself. It's up 500 feet, 1,000 feet. I see it start to come down. I'm out there to get the falcon. This is such a beautiful product that you don't have to stay at your truck or to work it to come down. You just set this down and it does it by itself. So wonderful device, but I would say most of us who are training have 2 or 3 of these, because any electronic remote control device will fail and you'd better have a backup. So I've had troubles with it. As I said, I've been doing this 50 years. I am, I do use a cell phone. Yes, I'm technology savvy to a degree, but everything can fail very easily. And of course you can reboot it, you know, do whatever to get it working. So this is the whole thing. You got the lure, the line, the parachute. It all goes in a box. Oh, I do have an extra gauntlet. Here's another thing, batteries. I carry three charged batteries. These only last about count 15, maximum 20 minutes. And when they fail, that thing's coming crashing down. It is not going to helicopter down. And a friend of mine told me, keep them in your pocket, keep them warm. These are lithium batteries. They have to be charged carefully. But I can train 3 Falcons easily with 3 batteries. I never push it to the limit because I don't want to, you know, $1,000 device. You don't want it to crash. I want it to work. And so the batteries are a good thing to have. It has a battery in here. You check them. They're fully lit there. That's fully charged. We're ready to go. So that's the whole setup. Carry extra batteries, keep them maybe close to your body. I have a pocket. It's cold today. It is January as we are here, and it was getting colder. So what we're going to do is get this thing started up and get a Falcon on it.